What is up, everyone? Gamer Life Studio here, back at it with another off the top video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about and discussing a lot of things that happened. We got the usual suspects. We got Xbox, we got Nintendo, and especially we got PlayStation. Oh boy, if you know, you know. And we got a little bit of Crimson Desert as well as Starfield. So before we get started with the video, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get started with the video itself. With the first thing off the bat, which we on the PlayStation blog. And what does this says right here? Oh wait, this says new price changes for PlayStation 5 and the PS5 Pro and the PlayStation Portal. What? Huh? Are we? What? Okay. Oh, damn. You know, the market leader is about to be changing some prices. And, you know, and this is funny right here. It says prices affecting starting April 2nd. They didn't want to put it on April 1st because they know April 1st is April Fool's Day. They don't want you to think like this is a joke. This is serious. Like, so they said, we'll put it on April 2nd, you know, just, you know, one day later on Tuesday, we'll change it. Oh my God, yo, this is crazy. So this is real. This is official. This is not an April Fool's joke like a lot of people are saying. And we already know the market jargon, right? Some of it is true, right? You know, prices, the RAM shortages, this, that. I think we already seen it with our Amazon account. When you go on there, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Prices wasn't like this long ago. What the hell is going on? Right? Even I'm looking at it like, wow, basically my computer is like, it's well worth like 10 fucking grand right now. That's crazy. And it's not even that powerful, but it's still worth 10 grand. Is, you know. Okay, so we already know the you know, the jargon from the, you know, the corporation jargon stuff, you know, the marketing speak, right? Blah blah blah, you know, it's necessary, we have to do this. Wow, I can't believe, you know, PlayStation, the market leader, is like this. It's necessary. We have no choice. Wow, you know, I heard that when Xbox was raising their prices not once but twice, you know. And then we all sat there and said, look, Xbox could have easily taken those hits, so there's no excuse from that. They are a $1 billion fucking company, all right? So why we don't got that same energy for PlayStation? I mean, ain't PlayStation is so-called the quote-unquote market leader? Ain't they got 92 million console sales, right? And all these high-quality AAA games and stuff like that? All this BS? I thought they was making more money and they're really leading the charge in the marketplace. Well, I guess that is a goddamn forsaken fucking lie, because if that was true, then none of this shit would be happening now. Because right here, this is the most funniest line right here. Yeah, it was necessary because we want to bring high quality gaming experience to players worldwide. That's like a real big slap in the face for a lot of people out there that are thinking about buying a PS5 or wanting to own a PS5 at some time in the future. Well, they say, hey, you only got 1 week notice. Either you're gonna buy it or not. These prices are going to go up on April 2nd. So pretty much as a big old fuck you, do whatever you need to do, get a credit card or something, and put yourself even more in debt. Okay, that's what they basically said. So let's go down here. We got Japan, we got the Europe prices, we got UK, and now let's look at the US. Let's look at this because, you know, since we live in the US, you know, we're here. So let's look at these together. So the PS5 base model, you know, with the disc drive, $650. Okay, $650. The PS5 digital edition, $600. That's without the disc drive. And now the PS5 Pro is at $900. That's without the stand, without the disc drive option, whatever. It's without a lot of stuff, and it costs $900. So with those stuff, and then plus buying a video game, you're looking at basically $1,000. And let's not forget, you have to pay for online too, for both consoles, right? For both, you know. Well, not, I'm just saying for here for PS5, but even for Xbox, you have to pay for online for the price hikes that they did for that one. But now for the Pro, you're looking at basically $1,000 you have to pay for, and that's like buying one game. You got to buy it for online, and whatever you want, accessories, whether you want the stand with it and stuff. So basically you're paying well over $1,000. It's a $1,000 console. So basically this has confirmed that next gen consoles that we're looking at here, next gen consoles, right? Next gen for PS6 is definitely going to be well over $8,000 and something for sure. Looking at the current prices here, don't be surprised next gen is going to be $1,000 and some odd dollars for sure. All right, but you know, like again, I gotta leave this one right here highlighted because it's funny as hell how they say, yeah, we're going to raise up, you know, these prices, you know, fuck you, but hey, you know, we're delivering high quality gaming experience and for players worldwide. You know, that's really is funny. That is so funny because trust me, once we get into this, boy, I'm gonna just I'm gonna rip this shit wide open. Now, for the people that has a PS5 or a Pro right now, this doesn't really affect you, right? However, it will affect you because once that PS5 either is fucking broken, right, or it's unrepairable, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go out there and run out and buy another PS5 for this price? I don't fucking think so. It wouldn't be me. I don't know about you, cuz, but this shit right here looks like you're stepping into more like PC territory prices, especially for that Pro. That Pro right here is not even worth $900. Oh, but you know, again, we got the, you know, the pony clowns, right? The people in the space that's defending this type of garbage and saying this, that, and the third, trying to damage control this and say blah 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 and all this bullshit, right? Before it used to be like Sony will never do this, man. These corporations ain't your fucking friend, man. It doesn't matter if it's fucking Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation, most and anywhere else, even on PC, Nvidia, AMD, Intel, all these motherfucking companies are not your fucking friends, man. They are not your friends. But of course, we got these delusional fucking fanboy clownism, like that has so much brain rot that they just think like these corporations are your friends, and they're not. They are not. And then we got these clowns out here, even on YouTube, is trying to justify this and say, yeah, you know, the PS5 Pro is worth something now because they, you know, they did a big update to the PlayStation 5, you know, they really added in some features and stuff. Yeah, and PSSR 2, yeah, PSSR 2 worth fucking $900. No, for on the Pro, no. And trust me, GTA 6 is still not worth $900 for a PS5 Pro, and is going to be running at $30. But we'll get to that video when I get there, because I will be making that video as well. And it should be up around Tuesday. Okay, so I'm gonna have that ready to go. So, but even so, it's just like this is crazy. Oh boy, yeah, this is crazy times that we're living in. This is like, you know, ain't consoles supposed to get cheaper with old hardware, and they're just going up in hardware, and they're barely ain't doing shit. But let me go show you the circus clowns that are in the space defending this type of garbage, which is crazy, you know, right? I didn't like when Xbox, right, as an Xbox fan, I don't like, you know, Xbox and Microsoft raising their console prices is fucking stupid. They are a $1 trillion company, $1 billion company. They should more than suffice to take those hits and stuff like that, right? Now I'm gonna put the same energy for PlayStation. PlayStation has 92 million console sales. They got all these so-called high quality AAA games and stuff like that, and all this other bullshit. Ain't they supposed to be, you know, for pro consumers? Ain't they supposed to be taking the hits? They got 92 million console sales. Ain't that enough? Ain't they was supposed to make profits and shit? Well, that was a lie, because all these, like, you know, pony channels be like trying to sit here and try to converse like they're confused. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here comes the amnesia goal posting. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. Blah blah blah. They're going off of rumors and Reddits and making it sound like these are actual facts. Like, they don't got nobody inside of PlayStation. They don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, PlayStation insiders are pretty much in the dark. They don't know what the hell is going on over there. Meanwhile, Xbox, we know more things about Xbox, what's going on, because there's insiders for Xbox than it is insiders for PlayStation. I find that to be funny as hell, but hey, this is crazy. So yeah, let me go show you this real quick, because this shit right here, I had to look for this and find it for myself. But this shit is hilarious as hell. Now, if you don't know, this is Six channel. Shout out to Six. And trust me, when the news broke about you know, the price hikes for those PS5, we was just making jokes right and left, and making fun of a lot of the usual suspects: Streetcast Guy, Marlin Gaming, MBG, and Lono, you know, the rest of the ponies out there. But you gotta listen to some of this stuff right here. Like, some of this stuff is like, yo, in the Twitter space right here, right? They was you know, talking about, you know, what's going on and shit like that. But, you know, just listen and hear some of the brain rot that's in here. This is like the most craziest thing, bro. Just listen to this. It's because you got to listen and see it to believe it. You got to hear this for yourself.
Okay. And it could get worse. This may not be the first increase we see this year. So it could get a lot worse. So if you don't have a Pro yet, get one before Thursday.
Honestly, G-Money,
get one before Thursday. Basically gave you a 1 week notice. Like, bro, this is not good. I don't know, why would you want to get this after this, for real?
I thought when they pulled games off of PC, and I know you disagree, fine.
They haven't officially announced that though.
That is true.
They should have
before they announced this,
to make people say, let me go buy a PS5 Pro.
That ain't gonna do shit. That ain't gonna help anybody. Like, if anything, this is just goes to show, like, I guess my PC is more valuable, because basically I'm like, look, I got everything what I fucking need on here. Well, there's nothing else that I don't really need. Like, it's crazy.
I'm no longer getting
if that is actually their plan, they should have just
on PC.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up then, Upper. Do they have to announce it? Why do we have to? Because, you know, Sony does it, first of all.
To incentivize people that are waiting for these games that they...
Yeah.
And also that way you don't backtrack in case something does happen.
That's part of the plan, right? Because if you want people to buy your hardware instead, then they need to know, I can't get the software on this other hardware, right?
See, this is just a lot of brain rot. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're saying mumbo jumbo bullshit. This software, because of this software. Look, like, just put the games on all platforms. You're here to make money, and apparently, it seems to me, with this whole 92 million console sales and all this stuff that's been going on, they haven't been making it. It seems like to me they've been losing more money than they are making money. And I think this is why they're doing the price hike, because guess what? And they've been canceling a lot of those projects too. It's not just, you know, this, but also that little car thing from Honda and Sony was about to come together and do that car project and stuff. They even came out and said, nah, we ain't gonna do that shit. Cut that bullshit. We're gonna save money on there. We're canceling that project. They are literally scrambling to save every penny money can do, because they are bleeding out money faster than they are even making fucking money. You can see it right there in front. Like, it's crazy. Like, again, like, even with the price hikes, like, when you look at this, right? When you look at these prices right here, and especially this one right here with the Pro being $900 and something, and all of these, that they are bleeding out money faster than they are even making money. And the proof is right here. And on top of that, you got this little bullshit right here saying this. Yeah, we're bringing high quality gaming experience to players worldwide. Remember a few videos ago? I don't think you guys remember. I think I talked about it. I think it was right here with the Blue Point shutdown and stuff, right? And then also a little bit here as well, where Sony's pulling games away from PC. So I talked about it, and I even stated in those videos, you should go back and check it out and watch it for yourself. I even stated in that video that shit, man, like the studio's closures, the live service projects failures, this, that, and the third, like it's like they just don't know how to make a game anymore. Like, it seems to me that Sony PlayStation was relying on Call of Duty so much to hold those three rest of the pillars off, that when Xbox took away Call of Duty away from them, they just seems like they just running around like a complete utter fucking mess, and they don't know how to make a good game anymore. They just don't know. They don't know how to make a game anymore. I guess Sega was right from all those years ago. Sega said, yeah, Sony don't know how to make a fucking video game. And it's clear as day, they don't. When they talk about high quality bullshit, whatever. Trust me, we'll get to Sorrows when we get down to Starfield, because it's going to blow your fucking mind. Trust me. Keep this right here in the back of your head as a thought, but it's going to blow your mind. But let's go back to this clip right here, because this shit is fucking hilarious.
Hey, so you need to make that clear.
Isn't that what they did the Wolverine trailer for the other day or last week?
But what's the last game? How many games in the last couple of years have not eventually came to PC? It's only like 2 or 3 games. So there hasn't been a track record in the last 5 years where like multiple games just aren't consistently not going to PC yet.
Well, I don't. Now, in fairness, ladies,
man, they really do have a good ass track record, because that's funny, because he said there's no track record. Well, the track record shows on my Steam thing when I pop this up. I mean, it shows that PlayStation been putting games on PC, you know. I'm pretty sure that's not going to stop either, because they need the extra cash. What are they going to do? They're bleeding out money. They can't seem to make a fucking video game, and they're getting their ass kicked by third party and Xbox title games going over there to their own platform. Oh yeah. Let's go over here. Let's go to Sony. Oops. Don't mean to spell that. There we go. Yeah. Seems like a good track record to me. Let me go see if I can refresh it. There we go. Yep, you know, Death Stranding 2, this game on here, Token Fighting Souls. You got Hunter's Gathering coming. And that's going to be coming on your platform, right? Kendra Scars. This is a good game, right? Like, again, there's some good games here and there that Sony can do, but like, bro, this is like, this right here is third party, second party deal. We're talking about first party in-house type of stuff. What's been going on? Seems like Asami have been carrying the way. Ghost of Tsushima and their new Ghost game fell off, right? Some of these games is like all the way back on the PS4. We haven't seen really a big game from first party from PlayStation Studios at all. So, and they're talking about, yeah, we're bringing games up to players worldwide. Yeah, that's funny, all right.
See, I don't know Sony's PC.
When did Ghost of Yote release? When did that release?
Has it been a year already?
I think you said Ghost
I don't think it's been a year.
About...
No announcement on that. Then yeah, probably they're not releasing that.
It's just a lot of cope.
Because none of us really know what got Ratchet. That's why I said what I said about the Portal, and I was waiting for Upper to answer that question.
Their operating costs are going up.
Yeah, so Brian, also what I think with the Portal price going up and stuff too, Me personally, even though that's the only device you can do it right now, I think to me that triggers them possibly allowing you to stream their games on more devices down the road. Because, for example, remember I bought Ghost of Yotai. The only
So now they want to get into more streaming stuff. I don't know about you, but I don't like to stream my games. I just like to download it natively. That's why I got a PC, so I could just download the game natively and just run the games that I want to. That's it.
thing I can stream it on is my Portal, because I don't have a PlayStation.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But most of the game, the newer games, especially the first party, like exclusive ones, like all the ones that are coming out, all of those, when you look at the PlayStation Store, they mention that you can stream them.
Absolutely. And
so I think, like, I'm just honestly waiting for them to be like, all right, these newer games, you can stream them to like Xbox does. Like,
I told somebody one day in a space that, look, if you don't have a PlayStation, you want to join the PlayStation ecosystem, all you need is a premium membership and a Portal. You don't necessarily need a PS5 if you're not a hardcore gamer.
There he goes. You see, now they talk about ecosystems. Now you got to get into the ecosystem, buy that little PS5 Portal. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, how much fun are they gonna have with that? They're unable to download games and they got to be stuck in the house. Well, anyway, you're being stuck in the house, but you need Wi-Fi to do it. You can't even play offline games. It's crazy, bro. Crazy code.
They're paying. It takes, like what I said before when I sold my graphics card, because I don't even have a graphics card in my PC right now. I use it to GeForce. Because even the highest tier is like $200 a year.
We were just talking about that too in the Discord.
Yeah, like that. So I've been using that for the last month.
But the difference, I believe, is PlayStation doesn't necessarily want to completely incentivize. You don't need a PlayStation. That's an Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? They still
they're not by making it stream. Most people don't. Let's be honest.
Yo, the damage control is. Bro, you don't even need a PlayStation anymore. They already showed us right here. Look, we got games on PC, and there are more to come. We know they're coming. I don't know about their first party, but I highly doubt it they're gonna stop that, because guess what? In China, because you know, with the China Hero Project, all those people in China don't even have a PS5. Most of them has PCs. They got PC. They don't even have Xbox. They don't have Nintendo. They don't even have a PlayStation. Barely in China. Barely. Rarely in China. All those Chinese people all have PCs. And the only way that they're going to be playing any PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo games, it has to be coming through on PC or mobile, right? That's why you see Nintendo been putting what? Nintendo been putting mobile games, right, on mobile devices, not just on their Switch 1 and Switch 2 consoles, because they want to get, you know, tap into the Chinese market. Just like how Xbox been putting games on Xbox and PC because they want to tap into the Chinese market. And look at PlayStation, they're following suit too. They're already third party. PlayStation been third party. They're trying to put games even on mobile, right? We got another Horizon game on mobile, and then we got the shittiest game, which is the Hunter's Gatherers, where nobody wants this fucking type of garbage. They want the Monster Hunter, you know, Horizon game. They want that type of style. They don't want the goofy looking, I don't give, like, this shit looks goofy. This looks like a mobile game. This should have been on mobile. This should have been on fucking mobile. You know, but I digress. But, you know, again, just a lot of pony
people
code.
Don't want to stream. They want to play it natively. I prefer it. So, like, the thing
now, Upper, when I
so I don't. Well, once again, I don't think they should invest heavily in some shit that is going to get people.
What are they? Hold on. What are they investing in? They already have apps right now on PC where you can stream a lot of their games that are on PS Premium. The only ones right now you currently can't do that are the games that you buy that can stream that aren't specifically in PlayStation Premium. This game, yes, can play on here. Yeah. Like I said, I can play stuff on there all the time. They digitally, multiple PlayStation.
Like one of their big recent games, you can't stream it on anything but the PlayStation devices, right?
The PS5 and the Portal.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That shitty ass Portal. Look at this. It's just like, yo, it's just cope after cope section.
Everything is going to go up. But like these companies being the one super popular item that millions of people have, when they increase the price on the one item, you see that, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody notices the price of all the grass seed went up at the goddamn store too. The price of all the fucking beef went up, you know, company to company. You know what I'm saying? Like the prices of everything.
Like no shit, Sherlock. What is that? What does beef and all this bullshit has to do with anything? With fucking Sony raising their prices
are going up. Everything. So
everything.
Video games are included in the everything, especially the fucking hardware.
Which it should not even be included, because honestly, if they're going to the digital route, most of these games should have been cheaper, not expensive, right? You know, like again, this is why I went on PC, because yes, you know, Steam has their sales, right? I can go to another different storefront and they do have their sales, right? So let me go right here, right, you know, right? They got their little sales right here, right? And discounts and stuff like that, right? $27 for this, right? We got Roller Coaster Tycoon, you know, deals and stuff like that, which is really cool, which I do like. And they got their sales and cheaper prices here. But not only that, you know, if you don't want to go with Steam, like, you know, again, if we go towards here, I think, okay, there we go. Like, again, I can go to like one of these like PC keys things, right? PC keys, and I can go on here and get a lot of games on discounted on Steam. Like, it's crazy. Like, look, I go right here, go to Steam, and I can buy any legit copy on here to whatever. If it's sold out, it's sold out. But like, again, if I want Shadows Warrior 2, it's only like $3, and all I have to do is just pay $3 and activate the code on Steam, and I already got the game. You know, Resident Evil 6, Among Us, there's Batman. That used to be, was in stock. Now it's out of stock now. Look at this. They got the original one, Batman one, boom, for like $2. That's a good sale right there. Gotham Knight, only like $3. Look at this. These are digital games that I think a lot of people will pay for, that it's cheap. Like, it's pretty cheap, like, yo, like, and it's sold out, but it's pretty damn cheap. And it's like, holy shit, all right, it's cheap, good. You know, like, these are games that, you know, again, you want to fucking play it and pay for. Like, it's cool, right? And then there's like another one, right? You can also go to Green Man Gaming, which I've been on there. They've been pretty good. And also they got their own sales right here that you could find a little bit cheaper than you would finding it on Steam. Like, again, look at this, Alien Isolation right here, Last Survivor. You can pay for like $1.20. Look at this, Back for Blood, only like $5.22, which is pretty good. So you could find some pretty good deals. Look at this, Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition, only $17, and that's pretty good. So it's on the Rockstar Social Club or Epic Game Store, so you can pay that for like $17. Steam, I don't like Suicide Squad, but there's some games on here you can get for quite a bit cheaper. Like, again, Sleeping Dogs, only like $3, easy pickup. Alan Wake 2 for Epic Games, $15, easy pickup. You know, Outriders Complete Edition, $15, easy pickup. You know, there's some games on here, if you look and catch them on sale, yo, you can find some pretty good fucking deals. So you gotta sometimes come back, but hey, they got some new games, whatever you need to offer, it's pretty good. Let's go with some action. See, like Resident Evil Requiem, you don't have to pay the $70. You could just pay it for like $57, so like $60. You could do that. $10 less. Pragmata is going to be coming out soon, and if you don't want to pay for the full price of $60, you could pay it for $50. That's pretty good, you know. So again, like there's like so much fucking deals on here, man. It's like, it's crazy. You can look, and there's other sites too, but just want to show you a couple of them. But like, yeah, man, it is fucking wild.
Hold on, I wouldn't give somebody a special shout out. Shout out to Cloak Onyx. I be hearing you donate to those weirdo PC fuckheads on YouTube, Coke.
Oh man, don't do that to Cloak Onyx. Leave that man alone, man. God damn, bro. So you hear this shit, man? I told you these motherfuckers sound like they're on brain rot.
Cloak talking shit about
you watch those weird PC dudes?
Absolutely. When there ain't no motherfucking drama on Twitter, I'm going to YouTube and here come Cloak Onyx, super chat from Cloak Onyx. Those ponies are weird.
I mean, he's not lying.
even a pony in this space saying, well, he ain't fucking lying, because he knows there's a lot of weirdo ass niggas for real, especially on that PlayStation. Weirdos. I tell you one thing, man, yo, those PlayStation fanboys over there, they love to get scammed. I don't know if you heard about that spring break from Texas and shit, you know. So, you know, spring break, and a lot of those grown men, those weirdo ass niggas that don't even go to school and want to act like they're part of the spring break, they went down to Texas, which is like the highest like place to go for like HIV, STDs and shit like that, and they doing some weirdo ass activities down there. Now they got fucking herpes, all this crazy shit. When they come back, bro, it's some like, oh my god, weirdo ass energy. I'm gonna just tell you that weird energy. Just you don't want to go down to Texas to have fun. And they gave, and the black community gave them a warning to the other black residents, saying, don't come down to Texas, we here to scam y'all, we're going to scam y'all. And they got scammed out of tens if not thousands of fucking dollars. Like, it's crazy. So not only they got scammed out of their money, and not only that they're gonna have, you know, STDs and all this bullshit and herpes. Now it's like everywhere they go, it's like these, like, please, yeah, like, again, you see PlayStation right here, they just scamming motherfuckers out of the Pro. You're going to get scammed, and we already got people on here talking like, oh, FSR2 is gonna bring GTA 6 at 60 FPS and all this bullshit and all this shit, and they don't even know. They're just trying to scam people to get people to buy this shit. And then when they go out and buy the game, or when the game do drop and it's not it, they got fucking scammed out of their money. They got scammed out of $900. This is why I try to tell you people, subscribe to my channel, because I'm not one of these weirdo niggas and these scammer ass niggas on the gaming platform. I'm not doing that shit. It's crazy. Let's move it down on here, because, like, again, remember what I was saying before when we was highlighting this part right here, when they said, oh, you know, high quality game experience for players worldwide. Yeah, yo, tell me that high quality game, you know, that PlayStation is officially shutting down. Another first party studio. Oh, I wonder what that is. Oh yeah, is this one right here that hasn't made that hasn't put out an IP? I mean, we already got Blue Point, right? They shut down that. Now they shut down another studio, which is Dark Outlaw. And this one got shut down. This is the second time that they shut this down, because Jason Suffield, Jason Bloom. No, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up with sorry, this is Jason Schreier reporting this, but I forgot who was making this game. I think it was another Jason. I think it's Jason Blundell or something like that. It's basically the guy who was in charge of the Call of Duty Zombies. Basically, they had Deviation Studios, which PlayStation didn't own, but they was funding a project for them until they kind of ripped the carpet, and then that studio got shut down. And now they probably maybe talk or try to renegotiate and try to bring them in and form a new studio, which was called Dark Outlaw Games, which again, the same person that was in charge of the Call of Duty zombies from like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, 2, 3, that did the zombie stuff and all that stuff. Like, he was in charge of that. He was supposed to make a game and stuff that is going to be a live service multiplayer type of game. Well, I guess Sony said nope. They have shut down the studio again, laying off whatever specified people there, and now that studio is done and closed down. So yeah, PlayStation really is definitely hard at work delivering high quality gaming experience for players worldwide. Well, I guess that's one less game. Well, we got two studios. We had a couple of studios actually. They closed down London studios, right? They closed down fucking Japan studio. They closed down this studio right here. They closed down that Firewalk studio, right? The makers of Concord. Remember that? Now they closed down the remake studio, which doesn't make any fucking sense, because I'm like, why can't they just do the God of War remake? You could have just handed them over the project. They would have easily be working on that right now, but nope. They're choosing to close down Blue Point, and instead of that, they're gonna make the main studio to do the remake for that, which is like, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, all right. It's just becoming more and more sad as the days go by, as the month goes by, and as the years go by. It just seems to me that this whole Sony PlayStation market leader bullshit, whatever, it's just a whole bunch of lies. So there's that. And then we got Marathon reportedly hasn't exactly made a splash Sony wanted, right? Which, it's not doing good. The line is going down, right? And we've seen some new games releases, like bigger title games like Crimson Desert is making huge waves, right? We thought that will not, but it is. And then Marathon was supposed to make a big splash, and ain't Sony PlayStation is the one who paid Bungie $3.6 billion to require, and now they putting out a game like this, and they only reach about like 89,000 players on Steam. Here, better yet, let's just show you the chart for it. I mean, you can see it right there. Do you see that? PC is literally carrying fucking Marathon. Not PlayStation, not Xbox. Oh, Xbox? Nah. PlayStation? Nope. Nope. But PC players, oh yeah, they was trying to carry Marathon thick and thin. They're trying to put Marathon behind his back, and that's not even like PlayStation main platform. But you know what's funny? When we go back to the space, right, with Cloud Onyx, and shout out to Cloud Onyx, right? If we go back here, right, they was talking about how they was like, oh, they were supposed to remove, PlayStation is deciding to pull away from PC and focus more on exclusive and all this shit, whatever. It's not even official yet. We don't know if that's true or not, but like, again, like supposedly rumors and reports, right, that they pull Sony PlayStation is pulling away from PC and going back to first party games and exclusives and stuff, right? These pony coat space. And then we've seen the evidence right here. And again, these are not super accurate numbers, but somebody says that, one of the people that's inside of Marathon that's been working on this, they said this is roughly pretty damn close. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn close. So if we getting numbers this close, then that means basically PC been carrying the whole way through on Marathon. It's not even fucking PlayStation. PlayStation is like literally like what, 2 to 3 chunks behind, 4 chunks, 3.5 chunks behind. Xbox is saying fuck that, we ain't really fucking with that. It's only PC players, and they're talking about PlayStation and Sony PlayStation is trying to move away from PC gaming. You must be boy, they must be fucking crazy to do that. Because for real, this is their money right here. They're making more money on PC than it is even on their own fucking platform. The own people on the platform on PlayStation, they don't want nothing to do with that shit. They ain't fucking playing that garbage. What are they playing? Oh wait, we know the usual suspects: Call of Duty, FIFA, Madden, right? Minecraft, Xbox title games. Yeah, you know, the usual suspects. That's what they're fucking playing. They ain't playing no fucking marathon. I'm damn sure it ain't. I'm damn sure it ain't. So I just find, like, again, and then we go back here with the pricing right here. That's it. Oh yeah, that's PS5 Pro. Well worth the price. Yeah, with the studio closures, the live service slop that's been going on, right? Wasting all that money, bleeding out to death. And now we've seen right here that these numbers are not perfect, but they're pretty close. So pretty accurate, like pretty close to accurate. So if this is pretty close, then PlayStation ain't carrying fucking Marathon. PC is. And that's a PlayStation supposedly first party studio, but all of this combined is still not enough to carry it, and the numbers for it just keeps going down. Like the line is going down, I'm telling you right now. Yo, and that line is gonna draw even further down once Starfield drops, and we already got Crimson Desert made a dent. And then once Starfield drop on April 7th, that line for Marathon is going to keep going even further down. I'm telling you. I got to go right here. Let's go to Steam DB for Marathon. Let's go look at this live right now, right? I would have it ready, but I don't. Chart. Okay, so yep, here's the chart. So basically, oh, it went back up a little bit. That's good. It is struggling to hang in there. It is struggling. Holy shit. The lowest one was like 2,000 players. Holy shit. Went back up to 42, back to 13, 39, back down, creeping back up to 40, go back down, it's creeping back up to 43, down, back to 40. It is holding a trending line down. And let me tell you something, man. This is Sony don't even want these type of numbers. Sony want more numbers. You know what numbers they really want? You know what numbers they really want? Let's go to Crimson Desert. Let's go to Crimson Desert. Yeah, Crimson Desert is crazy. So let's go to chart. Look at this. 216,000 players right now is playing the fuck out of this game this weekend. Holy shit. At 244 peak. Almost back to the original one right here. Like, bro, Crimson Desert, you got more people playing on this than you have people playing on Marathon. That is crazy. That is fucking crazy. I'm telling you, bro. Crimson Desert. Oh man, yo, I tell you, live services is just not cutting it anymore. Those live service games is just not cutting it. And again, like, they're not doing so well. It's not making the splash that they want, right? And then let's not forget, like, you know, I think it was like either last week, right? Remember that they're trying to do this whole like dynamic pricing and stuff, right? Remember that? Which is right here, you know. PlayStation dynamic pricing appears to offer a huge gap in what you pay for PS5 games. Yeah. Yep, a huge fucking gap. Trying to make people to spend money, and so you can end up being broke or debt or whatever. But these are the tactics that they're trying to get every penny. They saying we're raising up the fucking prices, shutting down more game studios and stuff like that. You only got one first party game a year. Bro, this is fucking wild. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just looking, hold on, let me see this. Like, just looking at this is crazy. Look at this, $26.99, $39. Damn, like $10. That's a $10 difference right there. This is literally like, damn, bro, you gave me a better discount on here, bro. Shit. Bro, this is crazy. Well, you know, that's PlayStation for you. That's PlayStation, you know. That's crazy. So, yeah, man, I don't know why would people try to keep selling or try to sell us the PS5 Pro or trying to say, yeah, PlayStation is the best. You know, delivering high quality gaming experience for players worldwide. Look, all I gotta say is they need to start delivering games like a Crimson Desert. They need to start delivering games like Forza Horizon 6, you know, or Forza Horizon 5. It's like, shit, you know, start making games like that, you know. Start making games like this, you know, like these are the type of games that players will come back and keep playing after playing it, you know. And this is like a 4-year-old game, but it still got 81,000 peak, and then they still got 25, it still got 11K. I can only imagine when Forza Horizon 6, this number is going to be even bigger on PC than ever before. It's going to be even bigger. I can only imagine. But that's not even including Game Pass. So you can tell you right now, even for a Game Pass player playing it right now, this number is probably even higher. Shit. Fucking shit is crazy. And look at this. And over here, it is like a extraction shooter. Nobody really gives a fuck or care about an extraction shooter. I certainly don't. I certainly do not care about distraction shooters. I'm like, how you gonna, you know, get like regular people? I think even Arc Raiders has more numbers than Marathon. Actually, let's look at that real quick. Let's look at Arc Raiders. That'd be more interesting. Let's see Arc Raiders number. Arc Raiders number, bro. They got more, triple, if not quadruple, the number that even Marathon has. And look at how many players. 113,000 players, bro. Shit. that's enough players right there to keep that small studio team open, bro. Shit. And then we go back to Marathon. It's like, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is some crazy shit. Look at this. Went from up here, slow. It's trying to go back up. It's trying to. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then we go back to Arc Raiders. Let's see, max. Yeah, it went down, but look, this number, whoa, up, biggest one. Then it kind of went down a little bit, but still got a good chunk of players, bro. This is on a high mark. Shit. Crazy. Oh man, I don't know, man. I just got a feeling, you know, that right there is just full of shit. Just full of shit. But anyway, let's go move on to Nintendo, because keep in mind with the price hikes what's going on, right? Because if you're thinking, oh, Nintendo, man, they're so good, man, they're not gonna raise no prices, right? They're not gonna raise no prices. You thought wrong. Nintendo slashes the Switch 2 production by 30%. That means like the Switch 2 is not really selling so well. I wonder why. Because you know why? Oh yeah, it's because of their games and their first party games. It just doesn't seem to match to the price of the console. What do I mean by that? In my own opinion, the Switch 2 costs like, what, $450 something, but then the games are like, oh, these games are $80 or $70. Then when you play it, it's like, this game doesn't even feel $70. It doesn't even feel like $80. These games feels like more like $50 to $60 or even less. These games that they're putting out like this doesn't feel like full price games. These feels like half-ass games or incomplete games or broken stuff. And Nintendo thinks like they know what fun is, and they clearly fucking don't. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, I brought this Switch, but I don't feel enjoyment out of it. And that's why a lot of people are just stopped buying the Switch 2. It's just not doing good. You know, it was trying to hit the ground running. It was trying to. It was trying to go full steam ahead, but nope. Weak holiday sales. Yeah. I think a lot of people, like, we're in 2026. You know, a lot of people are getting older, not younger. And a lot of people are growing up and saying, yeah, the Switch is just not cutting it for me anymore. I'm done. This $450 was a waste of money. I could have just kept my old Switch. This game that they putting out right here could have easily ran on my old Switch. It's not even worth paying $80, $70 for. This is not a game that I'm going to have fun, you know, like, nope. This doesn't feel like a AAA title. This feels like a AA game or a 1A game. This feels like an indie studio game. A lot of their Nintendo first party games feels like indie title games. They don't feel like $70, $80 games. And I think a lot of people are waking up to that. Not only just the Switch 2 itself, it's like, so they're trying to make it seem like it's overrated, but it's really not. And of course, we do have our usual suspects of those Nintendo bootlickers, you know, always got to defend and say, oh, don't worry. They, you know, if they make a Switch Lite, you know, if they make a Switch Lite 2, you know, it's going to be pretty, it's going to sell. I don't even think that's not even going to happen, given the fact that it's going to be down, you know, like, again, for the Switch 2 production being down at 30%, what makes you think they're going to fucking put out a Switch Lite? And all of a sudden, magically, like, yeah, we're going to go out there and buy that Switch Lite. But then they still paying these overpriced garbage ass games that Nintendo first party games are putting out. This doesn't, you know, meet to the requirement of the console. Like, again, if the console was costing $300 and this game was cost around, let's just say, you know, typical like $50 to $60, I think more people would have brought the Switch 2. You know, right? I think more people would have brought it and pick it up if it was somewhat reasonable. But if you're going to raise the console price of the Nintendo Switch 2, and then alongside with it, on top of it, you're going to raise the prices to $70 to $80 for these games. These games better feel like $70 to $80 games. Because if I'm not mistaken, like, some of these games, even on Steam, feels like $70 to $80 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can give you a game right now that doesn't even feel like a $20 game. It almost feels like a $30 game. But I'm surprisingly, like, again, Crystal Theater of Idol. This game only costs like what? $17 fucking dollars. $17. 17. Like $17 for this game. This game, I played it. This shit can easily pass for $30. If this was a $30 game, I could still play it and still enjoy it. And surprisingly, this shit is $17. This is a steal, bro. This is a steal. That's a well worth game to play, right? Let me give you a game that's well worth to play, like $70 to $80 games. Like, let me give you a game like, you know, like, again, Red Dead Redemption 2. That's a game that's worth $70 to $80 easily worth that price. Fucking whatchamacallit, where is it at? Forza Horizon is a well worth $70 to $80 game. Very good game. Starfield is worth it. To me personally, Starfield is worth it because you know why? I can do more things in this game. I can put in mods in this game with no extra charge. I can get the free mod versions for it in the creation, and I can still have a good time and have a bunch of fun with it. And even if I wanted to pay for DLC, it's not even as bad as paying for a Nintendo Switch fucking game like Mario Kart and all those other games. Those cost like $70 to $80. Starfield is worth that price. I could do this, build a spaceship, go to this planet, do this. There's missions, there's things to do, there's more DLC content on the way. That's well worth it. Cyberpunk 2077 worth $70 to $80 game. Grand Theft Auto 4, well, that's an old game, but again, during that time, that's well worth it, right? You know, there's some games that's worth $70 to $80 for real. And where's my, I think, what, Grand Theft Auto, well worth it, right? Skyrim, well worth it. Fallout, well worth it. Like, like there is some games on here that's well worth $70 to $80, right? Like The Witcher 3, that's worth money. Even Halo Master Chief Collection, bro, that's worth $70, because you know why? You're getting every piece of fucking Halo game in there, and on top of that, they have all the maps, and you can still use the Reforge thing to create even more maps, and you can still play online. That is well worth your money. You're getting all the Halos and the online multiplayer, and you can still make more maps all in one spot. The Halo Master Chief Collection, well worth it. I can play through all of the campaign and jump into any multiplayer online. I can go to the first one, I can go jump into the second one, I can go to the third one. That's more shit you could do in that game than you would even do in a Mario fucking Worlds and Mario Kart Worlds. Forza has more shit you can do in that game than a Mario Kart game. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, bro, like let me tell you something, man. That Mario Kart and whatever fucking else first party games is just, there ain't enough to do. Those are just one and done games. Mario Kart World is not, it's not even there yet. They have missing features. There's no creativity. There's nothing you could do in that game. It is very boring, very generic. And that's why a lot of people went back to just Mario Kart 8. They don't care about Mario Kart World. So yeah, I can understand why for weak holiday sale, because they're like, if I'm paying $450 for this, then the games are being charged at $70 to $80. Your first party games better be worth $70 to $80. And if it's not up to snuff, why the fuck am I buying a Nintendo Switch 2 for what? And then these Nintendo bootleggers want to act like, yeah, no, they're doing great. Yeah, no, they're not. Right? And you can see right here, Nintendo is also planning on, Nintendo is like, well, I guess they're changing up the story now. I guess this is old because I guess they're update the story. But what they wanted to do was, again, they wanted to do is different pricing for basically the Nintendo Switch physical and digital. They want to make the digital cheaper, and they want the physicals to cost $10 more to make it even more expensive. Okay? You know what that sounds like? It sounds very familiar what PlayStation is doing with this right here. Sounds very familiar. But basically, they're just saying, okay, physical, we're gonna charge you more, but the digital one, we're gonna pay less. So it makes it so a lot of people don't own physical media. That's what Nintendo is doing, and like, again, similar to what PlayStation is doing, but they're doing dynamic pricing. Nintendo doing dynamic pricing, but on a scale of physical and digital games. And how's that turning out? And let's not forget those key cards, and let's not forget Nintendo with all the bullshit lawsuits. I don't know if Nintendo got infinite money, but it seems to me that they also struggling and in a panic too, because they're trying to go against the government with the whole tariff, all that bullshit, whatever. But then again, the Nintendo sales has not been doing well anyway, and they're slowing down production at 30%. So Switch game sales are down too. Like, it seems to me like, don't be surprised that, better yet, if PlayStation did a price hike for this, you can only imagine what Nintendo is going to be doing too. They're going to be doing a price hike as well. I don't be shocked that basically PlayStation already just made room for Nintendo say, hey, if Sony putting up prices, Xbox putting prices, we're the last one, we're going to jack up our prices too. Oh yeah, that's what they're going to do. They already made the peripherals and all that stuff already high. So now all is left is like, hey, we're going to charge the Switch even more. That's what they're gonna try to do. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be shocked if they charge this shit up to like $500 to $550. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, because if the price of it right now is about $450, $500, imagine it's gonna be $550, $600. I wouldn't be surprised. Nintendo's gonna be next. Watch and see. Okay, moving on to Xbox. The Microsoft new CEO Asha Sharma is considering making Game Pass cheaper. Okay, and lowering down prices of tiers and stuff. Okay, yes, I've been hearing some stuff about it. They are working on it. This is a good thing. Okay, I will like to see Game Pass and the prices go down. Okay, please make those prices go down. It is crazy. It is stupid. And there's another piece of article here that I'm not a big fan of this, because personally I don't like Netflix, because Netflix just raised their prices on their subscription bullshit service to another $1 and something, and trying to put the squeeze and get every nickel and penny off of you. That's why I unsubscribed to Netflix, and I don't fuck about Netflix. But here we are, you know, again, Xbox and, you know, Netflix, they're a business, they're a corporation, right? But Xbox and Netflix are discussing hints at Game Pass shift that could change everything. So they could be working together. They might have a partnership, which is fine, right? I don't use Netflix. I can give a fuck, but hey, it could help out the business for there, could help to lower, you know, some of the Game Pass price and the tiers. If they do that, please, hallelujah, thank you. Because they really do, because it's getting rough out here. It's getting rough. So, and again, them raising the console prices doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't like that shit at all. And them raising the Game Pass prices, which is understandable if you're putting in Call of Duty, but I don't think a lot of people care about Call of Duty. They could just take that shit out. People are still gonna buy Call of Duty outright. They're still gonna buy it to buy it. I don't think it makes no sense to say, yeah, let's go jack up $30 and put in Call of Duty. They like, if I'm gonna pay every month for Game Pass, then I might as well I could have brought Call of Duty outright. So it makes no sense, you know. Put games that's actually worth a damn to put in there. So they are discussing about new ways or new features. Maybe they might make a tier just for Microsoft exclusive first party games titles on Game Pass tier. Like there might be a tier for that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, that sounds pretty good. There's an ad tier. We don't know how that works. I'm a little nervous about that. A lot of people don't like the ad tier, which I don't. But if any way to lower down, you know, or coming up with any way or strategy to lower down Game Pass will be a blessing. So I'm glad that they're thinking about lowering the prices so that people can come back and really subscribe back to Game Pass. So anyway it works, hey, at least Asha Sharma is actually fucking thinking and using strategy here, and not trying to say, yeah, let's just keep jacking up the prices and make it even more higher, more expensive. All right, unlike Nintendo and PlayStation, they're gonna just keep jacking up prices. I don't know, but it seems like Asha Sharma, she's coming in here. First I was a little nervous, but she's coming in there asking questions and looking at it, and also saying why, and really tackling like, hey, let's go do this, let's change this up, which is good. At least they're having conversations, they're having discussions on the table, so they can do it. So hopefully they do. Be great for everyone. That'd be a blessing for everyone. That's a little tiny good news that we have for well, not tiny, well, let's just say it's pretty good news for Xbox right there. You know, like, yeah, sure, they took some W's in the past couple of years, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Xbox right now, they're in way better shape than what PlayStation right now and Nintendo. They're in way better shape. At least they're delivering games, and games that I do want to play. So thank you for that. Please. Moving on from there, right? They are killing This Is an Xbox campaign new discussion report. So basically Asha Sharma is killing the whole This Is an Xbox. And you know what? I find this to be funny because, like I said before, when we was on here, we was like going through like, again, shout out to Sigs, right? let me go jump to the present. Again, there was like, you know, because on here, you know, we making fun of these like ponies and stuff like that, or whoever, you know, whether it's Xbox, PlayStation fanboys, Nintendo bootlickers, you know, we make fun of them and just like the kind of ridiculous takes, you know, people that are coping and stream coping and stuff, or in the fucking the Twitter spaces coping. It's crazy, right? I find that to be funny that I remember at one point, right, a lot of people was making fun of this, like this is an Xbox, and ever since, you know, PlayStation dropped these new prices right here, I think honestly they need to bring that campaign back. For real. They need to bring this campaign back, because to be honest, yo, I think this campaign will make more sense now because of the fact that like what Xbox is trying to do is like, look, your tablet is an Xbox, your PC is an Xbox, my phone is an Xbox, my TV right now that I have for Roku is an Xbox. And it's funny because guess what? If any one of these items break, I can still use it. Like I can use my phone to still play Xbox games. I can still use my PC to play Xbox games. I can still use my tablet to play Xbox games. I can use my TV, my Roku TV, download or whatever with the Xbox app and play Xbox games on there. Like I can use my handheld as an Xbox and PC. Like this is an Xbox. I think that campaign was pretty. I know it's like a lot of people looking at it one side. I'm looking at the other side. Like, you know what? This would be great because guess what? If PlayStation broke their shit, like yo, if they break their Pro, they're not gonna go out there and drop another fucking $1,000 to replace the PS5 Pro. Hell no. Hell no. What are you gonna do? You gonna buy another PS5? You must be crazy. I certainly wouldn't. Even for an Xbox, I wouldn't. If my Xbox was broken, I would not run out there and buy another Xbox. I'd be like, wait a minute. This is an Xbox campaign, whatever. I'm like, shit, hey, my Xbox broke. But wait a minute, I got my phone and my tablet and my laptop. I could turn that into an Xbox and still continue to pick up my games and play them without running out there to the retail store to picking up a whole new fucking console. So this is an Xbox campaign. I think we need this. We need this back because this will make more sense now. For real. But they're killing it, so it is what it is. But I didn't mind it. This is an Xbox campaign. A lot of people said, oh, it was detrimental. No, I think that it was smart. I think it was smart because, like, again, knowing that the prices was going on today, right? Like we just heard from all those pony cope inside of the Twitter spaces. They was coping about this and that, talking about, oh, groceries high, bills is high. Yeah, all that shit is high. And now these consoles are fucking high. Shit, this is an Xbox was a smart ass campaign. Because guess what? If that shit was broken, like let's say, oh, my PC is broken. I got no way to, no, wait, I already got my Xbox handheld right here. So all I have to do is just take out my Xbox handheld and just play that, and that is an Xbox and a PC console. Oh, if that's broken, I got my tablet. I got my phone right here that I paid $200. I could play Xbox games on my phone. Mobile. I can still play Starfield on here. I can still play shit. So really, I think this is pretty fucking smart, to be honest. But hey, they want to kill it. That's on them. You know, it is what it is. It was a good run while it was lasted, but hey. So I guess, like, again, they're making changes, they're making moves, they're doing discussions. We'll see what's going on with that one, right? Anyway, some other Xbox related news, right? We got Xbox Starfield rockets to the top of the PS5 pre-order charts. Oh baby, oh man, yo, I remember when Starfield first launched, right? And I brought Starfield. Not only once, I brought it twice on Game Pass, right, with the DLC and stuff. And I played it, I also brought it even on the Steam version as well, which I currently am playing because I'm using mods as well right now, playing through that. getting myself prepared for the new DLC that's going to be coming up. But yo, Xbox Starfield rockets to the top on the PS5 pre-order charts. Oh boy. I remember a lot of people was hating on Starfield. It was like forced hate, a lot of journalists and stuff like that. Luke Stevenson, you know, all the usual suspects. You already know, that try to act and pretend like, oh yeah, you know, I play games and, you know, stuff like that, you know, blah blah blah, all this bullshit. They don't even know how to articulate games, let alone even play the fucking game. A lot of these people are fucking retarded. In my opinion, they really are. They really are fucking retarded. I'm tired of them whining, crying, and complaining, right? I don't know if you've seen my fucking DLSS 5 drama, but Luke Stevenson with his fake outrage, and then we got fucking Mr. Matty dick writing for Todd Howard. It's like, bro, stop dick writing for Todd Howard. Leave the fucking man alone. Like, Jesus Christ, like, you got no respect for people. But Todd Howard makes a bad game, and the game was is woke and all this shit. Let me show you this, right? Remember, like this, but there's the Starfield problems, fake game, all this bullshit. Now it's good, right? Starfield is not dead. Like, here we go. Oh my god, I remember Starfield is a bad game. You know, I remember. I fucking remember, you know, look at it. Starfield, terrible. It's genuinely terrible. Look at this, Starfield. Look at this. All the bullshit, right? The usual suspects. The usual suspects. Look at this, Starfield, no soul. All this bullshit, right? I'm just showing you on YouTube. These are the usual suspects that they was talking all this shit, and they was talking shit about the Shattered Space, which I have the Shattered Space DLC, and I like the Shattered Space. It was really good. More stories, more things to unlock. I love it. It was really good. Very good game. Very good DLC. I had a really good time with it, right? But now, hold on. But now, look at this. We're on the PlayStation Store pre-orders. Look at this, Starfield right here. You got Pragmata, even Pragmata is coming up here. This is crazy as fuck. Soros is trying to make his way up here, but damn, you got outbeat by Soros. Look at this. Starfield is right underneath Soros. Like, this shit is wild. Hold on, let me refresh the page real quick just to make sure we... Oh my god, yo, this is some crazy shit. Starfield has outbeaten James Bond First Light, Lego Batman. They outbeaten by this right here, and Pragmata Digital Deluxe Edition surprisingly is on number 5. That's not too bad either. And then here's the base Starfield, the base game of Starfield. It's still up here on the top. Oh my god, Pragmata is right down here. Holy shit, man. Oh man, this is some good shit. And look at this, Soros is just a meager right here. Only one Sony first party title games. Xbox games right here. You got Capcom, Lego Batman. You got I think it's I don't know I forgot who was the developer for this. But the one that did Hitman, I forgot the studio. What was the studio? Okay, yeah, IO Interactive. So yeah, sorry, I had a little brain fart. So IO Interactive, you know, whatever. This is crazy. This is how you know. Oh, but wait a minute. The Starfield was bad. Starfield is terrible. Starfield is this. Starfield is 8.5. Oh, Starfield sucks. Starfield, Starfield's a joke. Starfield got no soul. No soul. Starfield has the worst story ever. Starfield flop. All this bullshit, right? All of these so-called gamers that supposedly, you know, plays games, supposedly, all these journalists, all of them, sitting there saying, you know, whatever. And I get it. Starfield can have some criticisms, right? Like you could say, okay, the loading screens, okay, you know, they can improve and make improvements on that. Starfield with a little bugs and glitches with quests and stuff like that, okay. Pedestrians, okay. But overall, most of the game is like pretty damn good. And it's a lot of fun to play and it's addictive. But yet, all these people say it's bad, it's terrible, shitty ass game. But yet, top of the pre-orders charts, Starfield Premium Edition getting outbeat by all of them, even Pragmata and Soros. Soros is nowhere near up here. It's not even number one. It's all the way down here. All of these pre-order games. Starfield is number one. Man, what happened to that? What happened to all those people that says it was bad, it was garbage? I guess they fucking lied. They lied to you. That's what fucking happens. They grifted you. See, I told you, these are the same fucking type of motherfuckers. No matter what platform, it doesn't matter if it's on PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo. These motherfuckers out here are willing to scam the fuck out of you, willing to tell you some dumbass shit and try to make you think that, oh, this game is wonderful, it's excellent. Yeah, pre-order this game. Then you pre-order it, you play it, and it's fucking trash. And they trying to scam you out of this amount of money. People, we got YouTubers are scamming people for PS5 Pros. Yo, man, go get that PS5 Pro right now. Go get it for GTA 6 or this or that or whatever. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. And look at this. Try to scam people out of people having fun with video games, right? This is an Xbox title game making its way to PS5. Before it was PC and Xbox. Oh, it's bad. It's terrible. It's garbage. It's trash. But now since it's on PS5, now it's on PS5 is number one pre-order on here. I guess now the game is good, right? The game gets 5 stars. Now this game is going to get a 10 out of 10, right? Because now it's on PS5. You see, this is that Xbox tax bullshit. and then you got motherfuckers on here saying a bunch of dumb shit, trying to scam people to not play fun video games and make them play boring generic slop. You know what that is? Oh yeah, that's fucking Soros. They want you to pay for this game. This game right here. They want you to pay for this instead of this. You know? I digress. Or try to scam people out of fucking shit. And guess what? We already know what the next game is going to be pre-order on. The number one on top again by Xbox. I told you, Xbox is on a roll. Their games and their pre-orders is going to be right there on top. This game right here, Forza Horizon 6, is going to be right there again. Number one pre-order on the top. Again. I guarantee you, when this game comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox is just making fucking money. They're just like, boom, just making ducket loads of money. Like, I swear to God, if you would have seen me on the video right now, I'd be clapping my hands, just giving out, just making shit ton of money, just like that. Bucket loads of money. This right here is going to be, oh my God, I can just imagine. I can only imagine the numbers is going to be on this one. And I guarantee you people are going to be playing this shit day and fucking night. Oh yeah, day and night. And my friend at the job, Brian, shout out to you. He said that I didn't, he didn't even know that this game Forza Horizon 6 was coming into Japan, and he wants me to do more reaction. I do reaction videos, right? Let me just do this real quick. If you want to see any reaction videos on my channel, right, or any live event, which I did miss one live event, but I'll do a reaction to that and talk about it at a later date. But any reaction videos on anything like events or anything like that, you can go down here to live gaming reactions, where I'll show you like games, like developers show off like new games, new titles, like Forza Horizon 6, which they already did a developer direct. I already did a reaction to it. They showed off the game. And also I do PlayStation stuff as well when they have their events, right? So if you want to see any game trailers, gameplay, anything that you miss or discussions about it, you can go right down here to this playlist, and you can go to the latest ones for like 2 months ago, a month ago. You can go back to it and watch it, and you'll see it for yourself. So just letting you know, Brian, you know, I do game reactions and trailers, and I do talk about it. And then when they do get close to release, I'll talk about it and stuff like that. Right now, we're still about a month and a change away. So when we get close to it, when we get the month of May, then we'll go and talk about it and stuff when it gets close. But I do reactions to trailers, and I do discuss about games that takes place, the settings and stuff like that. I do talk about it. So if you want to check that out, you can go down here and watch it for yourself. So there's those things. Going back to here, right? Starfield stuff, right? Now we got Forza Horizon 6 is on the way. That's going to be another big game pre-order, #1 on the top. It ain't going to be a fucking surprise. Again, Xbox is making some fucking money. They're making some moves. They're making changes, right? You have to still wait and see, but so far from what Xbox is doing right now, currently, they're making some pretty good changes that I like to see. So hopefully those plans are being set in motion. Good. They did talk about next gen consoles, right? The Project Helix. I did made a video about that. If you didn't see it, you can go back and watch it, because I did made a video from 2 weeks ago, and then the latest one was right here for Project Helix. I did talk about that, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. So yeah, it seems like Xbox is on the right track. Again, like all I care about is video games, right? I just want to play video games and enjoy video games, and I want everybody else to enjoy them too. You know, that's the whole point of buying these consoles in the first place. We should be buying it to play games and looking forward for other newer title games. But again, I gotta start doing my job and being like uncovering some of the bullshit what's been going on YouTube, because again, the YouTube thing right here, and if you thought this was bad, even Grand Theft Auto 6 is even worse. It's just a lot of, oh Lord Jesus, a lot of spreading misinformation, a lot of like so-called gamers play games and all this bullshit. It's just a lot of these people are just phony balonies. The only one that's really playing games is like only a handful of people. Myself, All Eyes on Jet, you got Gamesta, you got there's so many like out there, but it's only a small group of people that are playing legit video games and actually knows how to look at a video game and can tell you and be honest with you openly, and not being this one-sided or tunnel vision bullshit. That's why I got to do this, to uncover the garbage, that you don't fall for the trap. Tired of this type of shit, man. Tired of it. Tired of looking at it, tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing it. For real, I'm tired of it. So anyway, let's move on to our last bit of stuff, which is going to be what do you know? If you know, you know, right? I'll put Crimson Desert on here, and then we can go, well, nope, we don't want to go there. We want to go to the chart. Yep. So yeah, we're gonna be moving on to our last bit of off the top, which is going to be Crimson Desert. Well. Crimson Desert sells well over 3 million copies in 1 week. 3 million copies, yo. Now, my friend at the job, shout out to Gabe, if you're watching this video, shout out to you. He was like talking about it at the job, and he's seen some of the Crimson Desert stuff. And like, again, I've been honest and open about Crimson Desert. Like, again, I'm not opposed to getting the game. For right now, I'm kind of going to put this game on the back burner, because this game is a long game. It's not a game that you're going to beat in a week. But of course, we got the journalists and stuff like that. Like, I guess IGN, which they're so fucking ignorant, they're like one of those news outlets. They review Crimson Desert. You know what number they gave it? From 0 to 10. You know what number they gave it? They gave it a fucking 6. Crimson Desert gets a 6? No. I will say, if I was to look at Crimson Desert deserves like either an 8, a 9, or even a 10. The way how I look at it, I think they deserve a fucking 8. 8.5. Easily. Crimson Desert is a really good game. It's not a bad game whatsoever. It is more focused on gameplay mechanic and less story. Like, the story is pretty much like not the main focus. It's there. It's a slow burn, but it's not trying to be like the forefront. It's basically the world, the gameplay, the environment, how you interact in the game. If you ever seen or play, like, you know, Black Desert Online, it's basically like that, but they stripped down the MMO type of mechanics and stuff like that, and made this game more single player focus, adventure game, slow burn, focusing on more gameplay mechanic and unique things that you could do to this game and some of the stuff, which is pretty good. And it sold well over 3 million copies. At first it was kind of bad because I guess like their shareholders and stuff like that went down. That took a hit. It went down 30%, and now it's back up 30%. So I'm guessing a lot of the gamers have spoken and tried out the game and played it. And like, again, we already seen in Steam charts, right? It's spoken that Crimson Desert is pretty much the hottest game right now. And a lot of people on PC is playing it. I bet you a lot of people on PlayStation. I know my friend at the job, shout out to Sanders, he's playing it at home, playing a lot of Crimson Desert. You know what he tells me? Even though I catch him sometimes, he be playing FIFA, because FIFA is his game. What he tells me is, FIFA, I know what time my FIFA game is, but every time when he plays Crimson Desert, he's like, if I took one step or did one mission, even though it felt like 1 hour, it felt like for him like he's spending 4 hours in the game. Like, he is still playing, exploring, upgrading stuff, finding new stuff. Like, that's how much he's having fun with the game. He is so immersed into the game. He literally, like 4 hours just passed by him quick, but he's having so much fun in the game. He's so immersed because it's a fun game. And I told Gabe like this, I said, Gabe, this is not the game where you're going to beat this in a week, 3 weeks, or a month, or 2 months. This is a long game. This is more like a game where you have to keep it installed, and then you stop playing it for maybe like a week or two, and then you come by and you pick it up, and then you be back on it again, just like, yep, let me just keep going on this adventure again. Like, this is like part 2, chapter whatever. It's like kind of like a book where you're just like, you're reading a book for a couple of chapters, you put it down, you read a couple other books, you do other things, and then you come back and say, oh yeah, shit, I was reading this book. And then you pick up the book again, you start reading it, and then you start going through another like 10 chapters, 11 chapters. And it could be like, you could have felt like, oh man, you know, it felt like an hour, but then it's like, damn bro, I just read like 10, 13 chapters, and it's already like 3 hours passed by. What the fuck? Damn, this book got me so immersed reading it. The time went by quick. You know, that's how Sanders feeling right now. So again, am I gonna plan on getting this game? Like, again, we already know times are kind of like rough out here, right, in terms of like gaming, because of like, you know, price hikes, this, that, you know, bills and other things that's going on around. I would be picking up this game maybe when it gets to like $30, $40, something that I can easily, you know, pick it up. But I said to myself, I'm gonna save it for the long term. Like, that's a game like maybe like for Christmas or something, like or basically like I probably might pick up this game when GTA 6 do officially drop. This will be a game that I will pick up and probably play, because since a lot of people are going to be playing GTA 6 and I'm not, because I got a PC, I'm going to wait for the PC version for 2-3 years. I could wait for that. In the meantime, I'll probably be playing Crimson Desert and playing that and wait for GTA 6. I have no problem waiting for that game. But yeah, well, it's good that, hey, they're selling 3 million copies. Hopefully they keep going up, and they've been patching the game out. They've been fixing a lot of problems really quick, you know, really fast, really quick. They're working on it extremely hard, and that's good. And like, again, it's good. It's good to see, you know, people still playing games, people still buying it, and I'm very happy to see that you know, Crimson Desert is getting the shine, getting the copy sold. It's a big success. So hopefully from Crimson Desert, hopefully Pearl Abyss might learn some lessons, right? And hopefully they do, and also improve on some stuff. And hopefully their next game, whether it's Crimson Desert 2 or Black Crimson Desert, whatever, or maybe they might put out a DLC, hopefully they'll improve it more, or their next game they might do something even better and do stuff way more better. So very, very good. So it's selling extremely well. It's everybody seems to be playing and enjoying it. And I like, again, Gabe, if you are watching this, I suggest you should go out and I say give the game a try. I say you're gonna like it and enjoy it a lot. But that's the end of this video right here. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know in the comment section what do you guys think all of this stuff what we talked about. Again, the price hikes, Nintendo slowing down production 30%, you know, with, you know, game prices and stuff like that. Xbox, Asha Sharma, and she's doing the right things. Are you still feeling nervous of the new CEO of Xbox, or are we feeling okay? Personally, I'm in the middle. I'm like, I'm liking, I'm seeing it, and we just, like, again, seeing it is believing it. I have to wait and see what she's going to do, but it sounds good. It sounds good, but we got to see it come to fruition. So right now, I'm kind of like, I'm in the middle. I'm not anxious. I'm not, you know, not whatever. I'm just kind of right in the middle. Is okay, because, like, again, Xbox been delivering games. So what about Starfield? If you got a PS5, are you going to pre-order Starfield? Well, it seems like to me Starfield is #1 on the chart. And what about Crimson Desert? Are you guys playing Crimson Desert right now, or are you thinking about maybe putting it on hold and waiting for it? You know, if you're on PC like me, pretty much we can't get, you know, GTA 6, but you know, are you willing to pick this up maybe on Christmas or something and play it then while other people are playing GTA 6? That's what I probably most likely will do, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. And until next time, you guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.